Asher, for the next however long, is going to continue to grow. And naturally, he's going to look more and more, literally every single day, he's going to look more and more like his parents. Why? Because he was born of them. It is actually in his DNA. It's in the flesh. It's natural life says that as he matures, he's going to look more and more like the one who birthed him, the ones who he was born of. Does that make sense? So imagine because I want to make this really practical again. Imagine if I told Asher today, Asher, the goal is that you would look and walk and talk like your dad. And he looks at his dad and he says, man, my dad has an awesome beard. And my dad is taller than I am. And my dad has different clothes than I do. And imagine if Asher, as an 8-year-old, just picture this because we do this. Imagine if Asher, I don't even know where, goes to a costume shop and gets a fake beard and glues on a beard. He starts walking on stilts and gets some different clothes to try to be like his dad. Now what happens is he's walking on his stilts and he trips and he falls face plant on his fake beard. And now he feels like he failed as a son because he doesn't look like his dad. And now when his dad is saying, here, son, I want to teach you and walk with you and love you and here, eat dinner, he doesn't want to because he feels like he's failed as a son because he doesn't look like his dad. And when we understand maturity, we understand like Asher will literally naturally grow up to look like his dad. Natalie will naturally grow up to look like her mom. Yes, like appearance-wise, but I mean even like nature-wise, right? Like you always hear people talk about like when they get married, it's like all the things they didn't realize they did because it's just what their family does. It's the same way with the Lord. When we're born of spirit, I want to tell you something. Your maturity in Christ, if you will walk in the Spirit with Him, you will naturally, day by day, look more and more like Him than you did yesterday. And you don't have to flex for it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to get on stilts and a fake beard for it. You don't have to dress differently. You walk with Him. And if Asher today said that the goal was to look like his dad, and so he went and tried to go figure it out, and he left his father's house to try to figure it out in his flesh, it would be a disaster, right? And here's the crazy thing. Maturity isn't changing. It's actually growing into who you are. Like as Asher grows, right? Like when Asher starts driving, he's 8. So like in 10 years, this may freak you out. In 10 years, he's going to be driving, right? Whoa, crazy. When Asher starts driving, he's not going to change to drive. He's going to grow into someone who can drive. Like when we mature in Christ, He's not changing us into someone different. He's growing us into who we are. Does that make sense? Like I used to pray this prayer all the time and my heart was in the right place, but I always would be like, Lord, don't leave me like this, right? We're always like, Lord, change me. And He's like, what are you talking about? You need to grow. You need to walk in it.